Today I'll be recapping UFC 301, or that card between UFC 300 and the Conor McGregor card. Starting off with the prelims, the first fight I watched was Bonfim against Pichel. Vink Pichel, a fighter who embodies Sean Strickland in every way, except his sense of humour, athletic ability, and overall skill set, fought second on the card, and proved that coming in second is exactly where Vink belongs. Now it's time for Jamie, always fights on the weirdest cards malarkey against Ruffy. Who the fuck is Ruffy? Ruffy, making his debut at UFC 301, is now someone I've put on my prospect list, turning malarkey's head into something that resembled an early 2000s Airheads commercial in the first round, making an absolute statement in his debut. Next, it's time for the fight of the night so far, a battle between two reincarnated terracotta warriors, in a fight that I can only imagine is meant to solve land disputes between opposing tribes. Miktibek Orolbai eventually got the decision victory in a barn-burner of a fight that would impress even the mighty Commodus. Karolina Kowalkiewicz against Yasmin Lucindo, or the average Polish soldier and a woman with the same hairstyle as Frankenstein, took away 15 minutes of my life in a bout that was more forgettable than Aaron Paul in Need for Speed. Now it's time to spend $70. The main card started with Paul Craig against Chow, which began with more leg issues than Shaw against Brito, but Chow quickly secured a vicious knockout. Proving the only person who can stand in front of Paul for more than 2 minutes without knocking him out is the UFC's makeup artist. Michel Pereira, also on the card, had stated in interviews that he intended to spend most of the fight in the air, and he delivered, scoring an easy knockout win over Potieria, a guy I thought was Shara Magomedov until 5 seconds before the fight. Finally, the most anticipated performance of the night, Anthony Smith, making his fan-anticipated return away from the commentary booth in a fight with Vitor Petrino. There was consensus before the fight that Smith was going to get his ass beat by an undefeated fighter in a bout that might as well have taken place at his home. But the fight started strong, and Anthony pulled a veteran move, throwing Vitor in a guillotine that would make Dustin Poirier dumb enough to try it against Islam in the next card. The co-main event features Jonathan Martinez, or the one guy who kicked the absolute fuck out of Adrian Yanez, in a winner-takes-home-a-leg match against the legendary Jose Aldo. Aldo, making his return at 37 years old, but looking 36, the scariest Brazilian under 5'7", looked like his classic self. And by classic, I mean definitely on testosterone, edging out a decision victory against Jonathan Martinez. Steve Erceg, a man who looks like he rents bouncy houses for a living, put on a clinic of speed and precision against Pantoja, but the sheer dog in Pantoja proved too much, giving him the decision victory. UFC 301 is definitely a card that exists. I want to do a closing bit like the last video and end it abruptly like The Sopranos, but YouTube has informed me that it would be a good idea to tell you to like and subscribe, which I think